Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Mess back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We're here again for yet another video. Today we're going to be ranking every movie that I watched last week. Of course, you guys know the tradition, and make sure to check out my letterbox down in the description in my link tree, so you guys can follow along each week about what I'm watching. So let's get into it. We're going to start it off with my least favorite movie of the week, of course, which, yeah, let me pull it up on Letterboxd real quick just to get a little bit more information as well for you guys. So my least favorite watch of the week was At Midnight, a 2023 release directed by Jonah Feingold. Feingold, not sure. Anyways, I ranked it a 2-star on Letterboxd, and I ranked it at 48 out of 100 for myself. It wasn't anything special. A lot of people are saying that the best part of this is Monica Barbero, or Barbero, I can't remember, which is absolutely true. She is great, but overall, it's just kind of like a very chill romantic. I was gonna say rom-com, but I guess kind of like a romance movie. But yeah, nothing really too special. It was fine. I think it's rather mid, but yeah, not like terrible, but like not good either. So let's move on to actually I think the last watch of the week, which I watched last night, sorry, which was another 2023 romance, Somebody I Used to Know, directed by Dave Franco, of course. I believe Dave Franco's directing debut, which is pretty cool. Overall, I actually enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought. I ended up giving it a 71 out of 100. I actually quite enjoyed this, which was surprising. I didn't really think I would enjoy this as much as I did, but honestly, it was a decent story that I enjoyed, and overall, I think it's actually a good movie. I ranked it 3 stars on Letterboxd as well, so that's always a good thing. But then let's move on to Narnia. So I watched all 3 Narnia movies from the early 2000s, or I guess mid 2000s, I should say. Excuse me. This week, and yeah, I mean, I'll go in order of least favorite to favorite. Which is 3, 2, 1. 1 is the best, 2 is the second best, and 3 is the worst. But yeah, so starting it off with number 3, which is the Chronicles of Narnia: The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which came out in 2010, directed by Michael Apted. I think this was an alright movie. I mean, I think it's a good movie as well, but definitely the worst in the trilogy. I ranked it a 73 out of 100. To be fair, I enjoyed this trilogy more than I thought I would, and they all range between a 79 and a 73 for me. So yeah, I don't think any of them are anything too special, but for the most part, I think they're good, and that's what matters. So I did enjoy that movie, but definitely a little bit better was The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, which came out in 2008, directed by Andrew Adamson. I think Adamson, yeah. Which, yeah, I quite enjoyed this movie as well. To be honest, I think this one is better than the third. Yeah, I really like that cast as well, but I had ranked that one a 77 out of 100. And then, of course, number 1 for the Chronicles of Narnia is number 1, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I ranked 3.5 stars on Letterboxd and a 79 out of 100 on, or for myself, I guess. So now we're to the top 4 of the week. I also watched the entire Ant-Man trilogy this week, of course, with the release of Quantumania. I made sure I wanted to watch it, and of course, Quantumania might be the most polarizing MCU movie right now. But we'll start it off. So my least favorite of the trilogy is actually the first one, Ant-Man, which I ranked an 81 out of 100, which I actually raised a point. I had it at an 80 out of 100, but I enjoyed it a little bit more, to be honest. Upon rewatch, I enjoyed it. I think it's a great movie, to be honest. I think it's underrated. I think it's a little hated on, to be fair, as well. But with that being said, moving on to Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I ranked at 84 out of 100. Again, I think it's a great movie. Both of those 2 movies gets 3.5 stars for me on Letterboxd. So I did quite enjoy them, but overall, I don't think either of them are anything too special. But I just enjoy the movies. They're just fun movies, excuse me, really. But Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is definitely my favorite in the trilogy, and some people say it's the worst, some people say it's the best. Like I said, this movie might be the most polarizing movie in the MCU. I really enjoyed this movie. It's great in my opinion. I ranked it an 86 out of 100. I really, really enjoyed it. Me and my stepbrothers had gone up to Halifax in Nova Scotia to see it in IMAX. This was the first ever movie I seen in IMAX, which was pretty cool. So I'm very happy I was able to see it. And I really enjoyed it. Again, I think it's great, honestly. I know a lot of people aren't liking this movie, but I personally really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, but with that being said, my favorite movie of the week was Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which I ranked an 88 out of 100. This has been on my watch list for quite some time. Finally decided to watch it last night, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty great movie, and yeah, really, really unique as well. Directed by Edgar Wright, of course, and yeah, a very unique story I find, and I believe there is, or this was adapted from comics, or the comics are made after this movie. I don't remember for sure which is which, but yeah. Anyways, some pretty decent movies this week that I quite enjoyed. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.